tour of the house today? Come on in. Come on, puppy. Okay, so I'm really excited to show you this house. I have fallen in love with it since I've been here. This is the entryway, so come on in. This is a really gorgeous spot to feature whatever it is that kind of is in your heart. When I moved here, where the wild things are was in my heart, and so I made a feature around that. But it's a great place to drop clothes or get oriented to the house. You could even put like a little reading suite in there, which I consider doing. So let me show you the rest of the house, okay? So this is an awesome feature of this house. We've used it as a mother-in-law suite, and right now Adam's son, teenage son, is living in it. It's basically great because it has capacity for a queen-size bed. It's got its own private walk-in closet and a private bath. And the way that this room is situated, you can basically close the room, the bath, and the closet off to the rest of the world. So it becomes its own unique little master or guest suite, which is fantastic. So we've enjoyed having something where people can feel like they're isolating themselves from it. Come on into the rest of the house, and what we're gonna find is the heart and soul of this house. Basically, it's this awesome kitchen and living room that are all together. It's a great gathering place. We migrate back and forth between the kitchen and the living room all the time. We've had up to 6 to 8 people in the kitchen, standing around, drinking wine, all cooking together, and then hors d'oeuvres on this table. And it's just been a wonderful place to entertain and gather. And it also works out to be a great place for families. So when we have Adam's sons coming and visiting us, we do the same thing. So adults, kids all living together and having just nice shared space, and it flows really easily. My mom is Danish, and they have this wonderful word called hygge, which means kind of cozy. And what I love about this room is that while it's a large space, the way it's shaped and the way that the energy flows makes it really cozy, and it's a great place for us to share time together. So it really is the heart of the house. And then right off of the living room, we have an office. I guess it could be used as a lot of things, but I use it as an office. I love it in here because I can close the doors without it being dark, because it's got these awesome glass pane windows in the doors. But the silence that it provides is fantastic. So even if we have the TV on, if I close the doors, I'm in my own world. And that's wonderful. So I can study, I can work, I can get a lot of things done. And it's big enough, I think, to have a couple of desks in here. I've used it myself as a single office, but you could definitely have more than that in here if you wanted to. And then moving on to the kitchen, I mean, this is the best kitchen I've ever had. It's got this huge island. We love to cook around it. We put out hors d'oeuvres. I can even see like families having kids sitting at the countertop eating their breakfast, or sitting at the breakfast table and with their cereal and whatnot. So it's a fantastic place, and we gather here all the time. And as you can see, there is so much space for both cooking and then also hanging out. It has enough storage in this kitchen, so we have all of our spices, all of the things. We have a full pantry so we can have food, but I am a total kitchen person, and I have all the gadgets in the world, and they all fit in here, which is fantastic. We have our own coffee bar island area, so we can make all the different types of coffee that we want to, and we've set it up that way. We've got all of our coffee stuff here, so that's a really cool way to wake up in the morning and just kind of smell the coffee and whatnot. And if you wanted to, this whole room can smell like coffee, so it's fantastic. And then right off of the kitchen and the great room, there's a little bit of a hallway, so you get some separation. But then you've got this huge master suite, right? It's amazing. So we have a king-size bed. We've got a huge piece of art that Adam actually made, and it's 4 feet by 4 feet, and it doesn't even take up part of the wall. I mean, there's so much space in here. We have a full-size commercial treadmill in here, and there's enough room that it doesn't even feel like it's crowding the space. And it's got this really awesome raised ceiling, so not only is the room wide, but it also feels really nice and tall. We've got this nice fan in here, and it's a just really comfortable place to sleep. And even though it's right next to the rest of the house, you know, you can shut the world off and you can kind of just have this own private suite of yours. And it's got these nice windows out to the backyard as well. And then if you have a wind chime like we do, we hear the wind chime in the morning with all the songbirds, which is fantastic. And then we have this another awesome master bath. So it's got a sink for each of us, which is fantastic, and it's got this huge walk-in shower, which I just love, and I can show you this over here. It's like so big, right? I mean, it's awesome. It's fantastic, and it's got these little cubby holes so you can keep all your stuff in. And the master closet just kind of goes on and on. So it goes around the corner. There's so much storage. Between the two of us, we definitely don't even fill it, as you can see. So it's fantastic. And it's got great light as well. So come with me down the hall and I'll show you the rest of the guest bedrooms. So we have a laundry room here, and we have our huge pantry, which we probably overstocked at this point, but it's really nice, and we've got all of the stuff that we need. Huge pantry. And in this hall, you can see we have basically two really large guest bedrooms. Each of them have their own walk-in closet, and then they're joined by a Jack and Jill. I have tended to host a lot of people in this house, and it's been amazing because I've actually had 3 strangers, one in each of the guest bedrooms, and they've all felt like they've had their own individual spaces, which is fantastic. Even with the Jack and Jill, everybody has their own sink, so they basically have their own space, and all of the separate parts of the Jack and Jill can be closed off from one another, which I love. This is a queen bed, and as you can see, it fits in here just fine. And then in the other room, we decided to do twin beds, although short term, we have converted that into a partial workout room. And as you can see, there's another full walk-in closet, which is fantastic. So this is a wonderful room because, again, there's a lot of privacy. It looks out into the back. It's super cozy, and we have had a really nice time using it as our workout room, but obviously you can use it as a guest bedroom. We have neighbors with a similar house plan, and they use it as their office because then they get to look out on their backyard. So there's lots of options here too. Now let's go take a look at the back. So this is our backyard. We fenced the yard, as you can see, although it doesn't go all the way to the property line because we didn't want to take away all of that wonderful greenery. The greenery is fantastic because tons of songbirds hang out in those trees. And in the morning, I like to come out here with a cup of coffee on a sunny day or even a rainy day and just listen to the songbirds. In fact, I have binoculars and I just watch all the birds, and it's fantastic. We also have an irrigation system in the back, so it's pretty self-sufficient, which I really like. We do a lot of entertaining out here as well, so we have a grill. When it's sunny, we can sit here in the shade if we want to, and then we have also set it up so there's some sunny areas to sit in, so we kind of have it set up so you can get whatever kind of weather you want. We're growing various things. We just put in some irises, but it's a great place to grow things if you want full sun because most of the day this backyard gets some good sun. So it's a nice place to hang out, and I really, really enjoy it. What do you think?
I love it. Hannah approves.
Yes, Hannah approves.